Alright, so we're here. We got both boards, the Meepo and the boosted. This is the version 2, obviously, and this is the version 1.5. You got a $1,500 skateboard and a $450 skateboard. So that's 3 times less of the price. They're about the same length. The only thing with the Meepo board, it's a little wider than the boosted board. You can see they both have the double grip. The boosted only the dual plus comes with the double grip, not the regular dual. The tires or the wheels, I believe the front ones are a little smaller, but the back ones, as you can see, it's a little bigger. They both have the arrow. That's a new thing. I like that. As for holding, it's a little weird to grab. You can grab it like this, but then it's gonna want to turn on you. You can grab it like this, but then it's gonna ruin your clothes if it scratches on you. You can hold it like this.
You need the bash
but then you have to have the bash guard, and you have to keep lifting every time you walk, or you can drag it behind you. But I wouldn't recommend this at all. Or you can get down low and pull. Whereas this one, you can either grab it, or you can put it on the ground and pull it, and it's not gonna scratch. You see that? Not scratching one bit. Whereas this one, you can't do that. See? Now the difference is charging time. This one charges in an hour from empty. This one charges 3 hours from an empty. This one only lasts for 7 miles, 6 to 7 miles. This one lasts for 11 miles. You can get an extra battery for this one, the extended range battery, which will give you, let's say about 12 to 14, I think it was. So here's one thing that I don't like about the boosted board, that I do like about the Meepo. So remember how I said this is sealed here and here, so in case water, no water will go in. The boosted board has these little tiny gaps where water can get in, and it's not sealed, as you can see there. One thing that I do like about this booster board is, let's say all this, they're replaceable. The belt, the wheels, these guards, I forget what they're called. These are all replaceable, and you just have to buy separate little parts. Whereas the Meepo, if you have to replace this wheel, you have to buy the whole entire wheel, open this up, and then start connecting things. The maker of this board, he has a channel, a YouTube channel, and he shows you how to do it, just in case you want to do it. But yeah, you're gonna have to take off this whole wheel, take off this assembly, open this up, take off the wires, and then re-put the wires, put this back in, all that stuff. It's a little complicated, or you can just send it in. I mean, I guess you could just send both in. As for the controllers, you can see this one's significantly smaller than this one. You change the speed with this, up being low, middle being medium, and down being high. This one has a pair button right here. You got the power button. One thing that's cool about the boosted, and it finally came out with the Android, comes with the boosted app, so you can see the estimated range, your trip distance, your odometer, and the modes you can change them in. Like I said, I like to keep it in eco because that's what I'm comfortable with. I prefer this the kill or the engage trigger, whereas for this one it doesn't have one, so if you press it, you're gonna go whoops. So they both go 22 miles per hour. If they're both on level 1, so I guess being on low, this goes 6. This one goes 6 miles per hour, 6.5, and this one goes 8. Obviously, the booster was gonna be faster. When you put this on middle, which is medium, which I'm gonna assume is like 18, 19. If you put this one in eco, which goes about 16, obviously the Meepo board is gonna go faster because I want to go 16. Now, but when you put this on level 3, which is gonna be expert mode, obviously it's gonna go faster. But one thing I want to show you is high. As you can see, that one on high, I'll show that again, goes quick. Watch. Whereas I put him in medium, watch this. It's gonna take a little while to get up to speed. So with the Meepo that I also like is on high. It's an instant power to the board, just like the booster board, because it has a belt, and you can feel it pull you. You can feel it want to pull you. Whoa! It pulls you. It pulls you. I would consider high about expert mode or level 3 on the booster board because it's instant power and it pulls you right away. So here I'm gonna go ahead and test out the speed. The first thing I'm gonna show is gonna be how fast they both take off and which one's faster at taking off. So here we go, let's try that out. So here I am, putting the controller on level 4. See? And the Meepo on the highest level. As you can see, they're both pretty quick at taking off. There's not much of a difference on both, so you don't have to really worry about that. Keep in mind, this isn't on asphalt, so you'll see how the braking is on that. Alright, so as you can see, rough braking. That's because I pulled it down right away, so it was like losing traction. And but if I do it slower, I'll brake smoothly. So now let's test the Meepo. So as you can see, that one took a little longer to brake, only because it's, of course, it's hub motors. They're not belt driven, so you don't get that initial braking. On the last video, I said how the brake was sensitive. Somebody commented that you get used to it, and he was right. You actually do get used to it. You just have to lean back. Now that I lean back, it doesn't push me forward anymore. But as you can see there, I stopped pretty far. So yeah, you can see the difference of that one being more smoother at braking, and this one being, you can make it smooth, you just gotta control your braking. So there you go, that's the testing. Alright, so now for the recap. For the price of a $450 board, you get the same amount of stuff as getting a $1,500 board. That's a good bargain, you know. They're both equally good. I'm surprised about how much torque this gets on level 3 or on the highest mode, the Meepo board does. You get more range, but it takes longer to charge, whereas this one you get less range, but it takes a shorter time to charge. If anything, you get more range on the Meepo than the boosted does, so that's a plus on that one. They're both bouncy. They both take shock pretty well. Or at least one thing the Meepo doesn't have that the booster does, you can turn it off with the controller, so you don't have to like press and hold here and press and hold there. You can just push this down, hold this, shuts off the controller and shuts off the board. Whereas the Meepo, you can't do that, but what you can do is put it on the ground, push it, and it starts on its own, so you don't have to press that button. Like I said, they both take off pretty quickly, and they both brake pretty smoothly. So you choose, you pick. This one you can pay it off in increments, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. This one you just get a chip, but takes like 2 weeks, maybe more. It's pretty much about it, you know. I really hope this video was informative. I hope you liked the video, and I guess I'll catch you in the next video.